Last night, India Today Group deployed a battery of reporters and stringers to track gangster Vikas Dubey's convoy all the way from Ujjain to Kanpur. We literally had 20 plus reporters and television crews tracking him every distance of the way. The first time we thought things were amiss was when my colleague Ravish Pal Singh, who's our Bhopal correspondent, was traveling with him in a place called Rajgarh in Madhya Pradesh. The cops of the Uttar Pradesh police stopped him, took out the key from his car and just drove away with the key of our reporter's car, leaving him stranded on the road. Then the whole chase continued, and just as the time when they were entering Kanpur, the police asked all reporter cars to stop. They created a barricade saying you can't go any further, this is where you need to stop, which is where Arvind Ojha got off. And within minutes after that, this encounter happened in completely shocking circumstances, which creates so many questions about whether this was a real encounter. Was the gangster actually trying to run, or was he just killed in cold blood? What I want to do right at the top of Newstrack tonight is show you the entire journey filmed by our correspondents all the way from Ujjain to Kanpur, and everything that happened, which really set the stage for the questions that are being asked around this encounter killing. Here is our first story tonight.
July 9th, Thursday, 7 p.m. UP STF convoy takes Dubey into custody and leaves for Kanpur. India Today's team follows the 4-vehicle convoy of the Special Task Force. Sitting in one of these vehicles, gangster Vikas Dubey looks relaxed, thinking that by surrendering himself, he's saved his own life. The convoy had to travel a distance of more than 650 kilometers, but due to bad roads, it would take them 10 hours. At 9:30 p.m., the convoy stopped to refuel vehicles between Shahjahanpur and Pachor. India Today's Ravish Pal Singh and his cameraman also stopped their car to catch a glimpse of gangster Dubey. But an angered Special Task Force team stops them from filming. 10 kilometers ahead of Pachor near a dhaba, one Innova vehicle from the convoy overtakes India Today's car in a manner that we had to stop. STF officers take the key of India Today's vehicle. They jostle India Today's cameraman Irshad and are angry that we're following their convoy. Despite repeated requests, the Special Task Force team doesn't return our car keys and then moves on.
जो ड्राइवर है उसके साथ पहले झूमा झटकी की, उससे कार की चाबी छीनी, फेंकी, और उसके बाद जो हमारे सहयोगी कैमरामैन हैं उन्होंने चाबी को उठा करके अपने पास रखने की कोशिश की, तो उन्हें धक्का दे करके यहीं ये जो ढाबे के जो पलंग है जहां पे बैठ के सब खाना खाते हैं यहीं पे गिरा दिया और उनसे कार की चाबी छीनकर वो आगे फरार हो गए.
India Today's Ravish Pal Singh then called a senior police official and asked for their intervention. The STF team returns the keys to another reporter of India Today, some 61 kilometers away from the site where Ravish Pal was stranded. The STF also warned not to follow their convoy. India Today's team was present at every crucial point on the Ujjain-Kanpur highway to report on Vikas Dubey. Until this point, everything was going smooth.
ये आप देख पा रहे हैं जो ये विकास दुबे है उसको लेकर कानपुर पुलिस की टीम, ये आप देख पा रहे हैं इसमें इसी कार में जो विकास दुबे है वो बैठा हुआ है, यूपी एसटीएफ की टीम बैठी हुई है.
Around 6:30 a.m., the STF convoy reaches the Kanpur toll plaza. India Today's Arvind Ojha starts following the convoy. At the toll plaza, 2 more vehicles join Dubey's convoy. One at the front, another at the back. The sole purpose of this was to stop media vehicles from entering the convoy.
हमारी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक करने की यहाँ पर कोशिश की जा रही है. जाहिर तौर पर एक सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट भी है, ऐसा सोर्स बता रहे हैं.
Undeterred, India Today's Arvind Ojha continues to follow the convoy, even though the police try to dangerously overtake our vehicle. Near the Kanpur toll plaza, an effort was made again to stop India Today's vehicle, but somehow we managed to avoid it. Just a few kilometers ahead, there was barricading. We were stopped in the name of checking. The time was 6:55 a.m.
तो मीडिया कर्मियों को क्यों रोक दिया गया?
नहीं रोका नहीं है, सबको निकलवा रहा है चेक।
नहीं आपने जानबूझ कर रोका है।
किसी को नहीं रोका गया,
आपने जानबूझ कर
चेकिंग हो रहा है।
After 10 minutes of arguments, our vehicle was allowed to pass the barricading and we again started following Vikas Dubey's convoy. India Today's Arvind Ojha noticed that one vehicle from the convoy had turned turtle. The police informed us that an accident had happened. We got to know that Vikas Dubey was inside the vehicle and that he allegedly snatched a policeman's weapon and was killed while trying to flee.
ये वो गाड़ी थी जिसमें बकायदा जो एसटीएफ के लोग थे वो सवार थे और ये गाड़ी जो है पूरी तरह से पलट गई है।
For 15 minutes, we were not able to follow the convoy in Kanpur because the police stopped us at the barricades, and in those 15 minutes, Vikas Dubey was encountered. With Ravish Pal Singh, Pankaj Sharma in Ujjain, Himanshu Mishra and Arvind Ojha in Kanpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
Arvind Ojha is our ace crime correspondent. He's the one you saw giving chase to that convoy which had Vikas Dubey's car in it. He joins me live from Kanpur tonight. Arvind, first and foremost, a fabulous job in tracing this convoy and then the questions that it raises. Explain to our viewers what you saw with your own eyes. How far from the encounter site were you stopped? Why did you feel it suspicious? How soon did you get close to that car and discover that suddenly the car had changed, the gangster was in a different car and he'd been killed?
थैंक्स राहुल। सबसे पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा जो आपने एक रेयर इनकाउंटर वर्ड यूज़ किया बिल्कुल सही है, क्योंकि मैंने अपने करियर में ऐसा इनकाउंटर नहीं देखा कि इतने कम मिनट में इतना कुछ बदल जाएगा। अभी कुछ देर पहले आपने देखा होगा कि मैं एक रिपोर्ट कर रहा था कि एक एसटीएफ की गाड़ी है वो हमें ओवरटेक कर रही थी। वो ओवरटेक एक बार नहीं बल्कि 4 बार किया गया और वो हमारे कैमरे में कैप्चर है। वो भी 80 से 90 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार से हमारे ऊपर इस तरीके से 2-3 गाड़ियां की, जैसे लगा कि हमारी गाड़ी को एक्सीडेंट करने की उनकी या फिर हमें रोकने की उनकी कोई एक मंशा थी। हमें ये लगा कि ये सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट है। बाद में जाकर ये पता चला कि दरअसल हम उनके लिए थ्रेट थे, क्योंकि जो आने वाले वक्त में होने वाला था वो बहुत चौंकाने वाला था। एनकाउंटर हो गया था वहाँ पर और हमें सिर्फ एक बार नहीं बल्कि 3 से 4 बार, एक बार ओवरटेक करने की कोशिश की गई, एक बार कानपुर पुलिस ने रोका और फाइनली जो इनकाउंटर साइट है वहां से 4 किलोमीटर दूर पर हमें रोका गया। हमने पुलिस कर्मियों से पूछा कि आप क्यों रोक रहे हैं, तो उनका कहना था कि हम ये कोरोना फैला इस वजह से हम जांच कर रहे हैं। तो सवाल ये है कि ऐसा कौन सा कोरोना की जांच हो रही थी जो गाड़ियों के बैग चेकिंग किए जा रहे थे, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, ये रेयर इनकाउंटर क्यों है, क्योंकि लगातार जैसा आपने बताया कि इंडिया टुडे की पूरी टीम उज्जैन से लेकर कानपुर तक जहां मैं मौजूद था, रविश पाल से मेरी लगातार रात में बात हो रही थी और सारे स्टिंगर से हम कनेक्ट थे कि कौन कौन कहां से हो रहा है। लेकिन जैसे ही एसटीएफ की गाड़ी रवाना हो रही थी सारे मीडिया कर्मियों को ब्लॉक कर दिया जा रहा था। लेकिन हमने तय किया था कि हम इसको ट्रैक करेंगे और जो मेरी जिम्मेदारी भी थी, हम कानपुर से ट्रैक करना शुरू किए। तो आज जो मेरे साथ मेरे सामने हुआ 10-12 साल के क्राइम के करीब में मैंने ऐसा कभी नहीं देखा कि एक टीम, ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो मन बना चुकी है कि इसका एनकाउंटर करना है और हमें रोकने की कोशिश, मीडिया कर्मियों को रोकने की कोशिश की गई। और जब हम रुके तो वहां से कुछ दूरी पर जाकर कार की दुर्घटना हो जाती है। उसके बाद कानपुर पुलिस ने क्लेम किया कि जो विकास दुबे है वो भागने की कोशिश कर रहा था, वेपन्स स्नैच किया था, उसके बाद भागने की कोशिश कर रहा था, उसके बाद पुलिस ने उस पर अटैक किया।
Thanks Arvind for that update, but I think he makes a very important point. Almost man bana liya tha. It almost seemed like they'd made up their mind that the man had to die. Now this raises some very, very serious questions about the manner in which the police have gone about staging this encounter. And I want to take you through these questions. It will also set the context for our debate. And we have a very important panel joining us to talk about the questions that this encounter killing raises. First, why didn't the police yesterday take transit remand of Vikas Dubey? The Madhya Pradesh police literally gifted Dubey to the Uttar Pradesh police. They didn't take him before a magistrate. They didn't take judicial remand. Isn't that very obvious and very basic? What was the purpose? Otherwise, it would have been a judicial killing. It's not a judicial killing. They're showing it as an encounter, but for all practical purposes, it is a judicial killing because Shivraj Singh Chauhan kept saying it's an arrest, and he was congratulating the MP police for arresting him. Question number 2. If Vikas Dubey surrendered in Ujjain, then why did he suddenly try and run, that too when he got back to Kanpur? All through, he's trying to get away from the UP police. When he goes back to Kanpur, suddenly in the morning at 7 o'clock, he wants to run. Question number 3 now. Was Vikas Dubey handcuffed? And if, just imagine this, if the man is handcuffed, how does he open his handcuff, take out a pistol from the police? I mean, the police is just sitting there, they'll give him the pistol. If the man is handcuffed, how does he get hold of a pistol from the police? The next question. How did Dubey escape unhurt if the vehicle overturned? First and foremost, he is in a Tata Safari. We see that at that toll plaza. Somehow, somewhere they stop, which I don't think anybody would do because you won't want to stop with a gangster, but he's now in a Mahindra TUV. And there the vehicle now turns turtle. Somehow Dubey is fine, he gets out of it in full filmy style and he's running. Beat that. Question number 5. If Dubey was running away, which is now, think of this again, now the police is saying that he got hold of our pistol and he started running into the field. Now if the man is running away this way, you know, he would get shot in the back. Instead, he's shot in the chest. How does that make any sense at all? Question number 6. Why were media vehicles stopped just 4 kilometers ahead of where this encounter was carried out? They said that, you know, we had vehicles following. Suddenly you don't want any vehicles to come. You say that there is corona in the air. You want to check those vehicles. You start checking every back. Basically, you want the media off your back. Question number 7. Why was Vikas Dubey shifted, or was he from one car to another? Now, a TUV is actually much lighter to lift because remember, if you're on a flat road, how does a Mahindra vehicle just turn turtle? I mean, these are stable, sturdy vehicles. They don't just turn turtle in the middle of a flat road. So, how did that happen? I want to take you through all the conspiracies and all the questions that are being asked, and then we'll kickstart our big debate.
A dramatic arrest and a stunning encounter, all in less than 24 hours. Conspiracy theories swirl about Don Vikas Dubey's theatrical end. India Today's team of reporters were tracking Vikas Dubey from Ujjain to Kanpur. While the gangster was seen travelling in a Tata Safari till about half an hour before the encounter, the car that overturned was a Mahindra TUV. Police says Dubey tried to flee after the accident. But why were the cars swapped? That too, just before the encounter. Strangely enough, the India Today team was stopped at a Kanpur toll booth at around 6:38 a.m. Around half an hour later, at 7:12 a.m., the Mahindra TUV was found overturned, and it was revealed that Dubey had been killed in an encounter. Then the gangster was wheeled into Kanpur's Halat Hospital at 7:44 a.m. There were bloodstains on Dubey's chest. 4 policemen were also injured in the encounter. But they were brought to the hospital at 12:14 p.m., nearly 4 hours later. Why the delay, if they were all injured at the same spot? Another glaring discrepancy. If the Don was trying to flee and running away from police, how are there bullet injuries in his chest and not at the back? Even at the hospital, there are 2 contradictory versions. UP police claims that Vikas Dubey succumbed to injuries. The doctor in charge, however, claims the Don was brought dead.
वो पुलिस टीम पे फायर करने लगा. पुलिस द्वारा आत्मरक्षार्थ जवाबी फायरिंग की गई। उपरोक्त विकास दुबे घायल हो गया, जिसे तत्काल ही इलाज हेतु अस्पताल ले जाया गया, जहां इलाज के दौरान उसकी मृत्यु हो गई।
जब वो डॉक्टर साहब यहाँ पर आया था तो मृत था या पहले?
वो ब्रॉड डेड थे, यहाँ पे जो है ब्रॉड डेड थे।
Vikas Dube's killing has raised more questions than answers. Bureau Report, India Today.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.